There is one word from this Cowboys conversation that should have every fan locked in right now, and that word is communication. Not hype, not talent, not promises, communication. Because when they start talking about Christian Parker's defense, the same themes keep showing up over and over again. Detail, versatility, confusion for the offense, and a lot more thinking and talking on the back end. That sounds great on paper, but this cut makes something very clear. The only way that kind of defense works is if Dallas can process it fast enough to play fast, and that is the entire challenge in front of this team right now. This is not last year's simple, bland, vanilla setup. This is supposed to be a defense that can disguise, pass things off, communicate through motion, and understand assignments at a much higher level. That is why Jesse calls it unknown. Not because it cannot work, but because nobody knows yet whether this exact group can carry that load in real time. And that is a fair question, because you have new coaches, new voices, new terminology, and a lot of moving pieces trying to operate as one. The coaches can draw it up beautifully in the meeting room, but once the game starts and the offense starts shifting, motioning, stacking, and forcing decisions in split seconds, that is when you find out if your defense is truly built for this. That is also why I think this cut is actually encouraging for Cowboys fans, because it does not sound like people inside the conversation are asleep to the problem. They see it, they know it, they understand this defense needs reps, real reps, preseason reps, repetition, live football. Jesse flat out argues that almost everybody should be playing, because how else do you build the chemistry, the language, and the reaction speed needed to survive in this kind of system? And honestly, that is the right mindset. You do not become sharp by avoiding work. You do not become instinctive by standing on the sideline. You become sharp by doing it again and again until the terminology becomes automatic and the reaction becomes second nature. And then comes the pressure. The first 5 games are not some soft launch, they are the test. That is the measuring stick. The conversation says 5 games in, you will know. And I think that is exactly right. By then, the communication should look cleaner. The players should be passing things off better. The green dot operation should be smoother. The back end should be more settled. The defense should stop looking like a group trying to survive the scheme and start looking like a group using the scheme to attack people. That is the transformation Cowboys fans need to see. And here's the upside if it happens. If Christian Parker gets this defense thinking as one and reacting as one, then Dallas becomes a whole different football team. Because the offense doesn't need the defense to be legendary, it needs it to be organized, reliable, and tough in key moments. It needs a defense that understands the assignment, communicates the call, and doesn't give away games with busted fits and slow reactions. That is what this whole conversation is really about. Not whether the defense sounds good in June, whether it can become functional fast enough to matter in September and dangerous enough to matter later. So I come away from this cut feeling one thing. The blueprint makes sense, but the reps have to come now. Cowboys Nation, do you trust Christian Parker's system to come together in time, or do you think this defense needs longer than the schedule will allow? Let me know in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more Cowboys coverage.